Greetings, Grandmaster Amin here, coming to you live from Mombasa, Kenya, where we've been on a mission to explore and make sense of every bit of the African lifestyle in Africa. Today's topic is about two basic lifestyles the black man has when he moves to modern Africa. Now, I've been able to meet many blacks in Kenya and see the way that they live, see the lifestyle that they've chosen, how they've settled down in the country, and how they basically want to run their day-to-day life. And I'm here to tell you that there are two basic lifestyles. The first lifestyle is the Western lifestyle. The Western lifestyle is basically like it implies. It's like it's like you're bringing over American concepts and ways of life into Africa, and you actually move to Africa, but you maintain a Western style living. Now the other is the African style. Now the African style is just where you really basically are like living like the locals. And you basically follow the way the everyday people, everyday Kenyans are living. That's the way you live. Many blacks choose to live the Western lifestyle, where you come in and you decide that I have to have an apartment, that I have to have certain amenities, maybe a washing machine. I must have certain things that are based in the West. Can't live without my blender. These kind of type of things. The Western lifestyle and the African lifestyle are the only two basic choices. Either one or the other. Now, I'm not saying one, and neither one is neither better than the other. Those that can choose the African lifestyle, and then those that choose the Western lifestyle. Now, the majority of blacks that I know, when they come here and they plant themselves into Africa, they usually are in the Western concept. And the Western concept, of course, it costs a lot more money to have that Western type of lifestyle. It comes with a lot of amenities and things that you might need to have or do on a regular daily basis. I must go to have my yogurt at the yogurt shop. Must have my coffee at coffee shop, at coffee house. So these are parts of the Western style of living. And like I said, most brothers, I would say 90% of them, settle in, buying a Western style apartment, and then you know, have security at the gate, and you know, uh, have their, a basic apartment that looks just like out of the U.S. JB, how are you? Okay. Lance Kelly, peace. O'Shea Duke Jackson is supposed to be in Mombasa, but I'm waiting. Now, most brothers that come here, they usually follow the Western type of background. Even when they come to visit Africa, they must stay in a westernized hotel. They must have westernized food. They don't really, they don't really touch African life. They come and they supplant themselves into what they're most comfortable with, which is the Western type lifestyle. Now, many people that follow this Western lifestyle tend to put the Africans down or look at them as a lower class. And this is unfortunate because they really don't experience the full African lifestyle and what it's all about when they try to come in and just supplant themselves as, westernized lifestyle. Uh, you know, and try to live in that atmosphere. Many of them usually just go to the mall, the basic things. Now, modern Africa is set up for that. It has all these amenities where you got the shopping malls and the pizza places and all of those things. But the far majority of Africans don't live that way. It's actually, you'll find that there are areas where they cater to people who have this type of live the Western lifestyle, and this can be some big money there because when they follow this lifestyle, you tend to buy goods from outside the country or have things shipped in from outside the country, and you live like that. Western lifestyle tends to have a big giant screen TV and big couch, and you almost feel like you're in Africa, but you almost feel like you're back home. But you made a section that just makes you feel the way you grew up as an American. You now feel like, okay, I'm in Africa, but I got my lifestyle that I'm used to uh, from back home in America. So you get a lot of these people, a lot of disabled people that come. They have their check, their paycheck, and they use it to develop themselves into that type of lifestyle. Now, the Western lifestyle, and I'm not saying one is better than the other. Don't get me wrong. Some people, you got a choice. Some people choose to live the African basic lifestyle, and many choose to do the Western lifestyle. But the Western lifestyle costs 4 times as much money on a monthly basis. 4 times, they spend 4 times the amount of money living the Western lifestyle than they would in the following the African lifestyle. Now, this is fine if you want a pension and everything. Uh, you, if you have money to spend like that, and that's the kind of lifestyle you live. That's all fine and good, but the problem is a lot of blacks don't realize that they actually detach themselves from the average African person. You see, because when they're going into their security westernized apartment building, the majority of the people around don't live like that. And what you tend to think is like, I live better because I pay 60,000 a month for a really nice apartment and got the view, got the really nice, spacious apartment. What I got the all of these, you know, lifestyle things that make me feel right at home, as if I was back in America. So you tend to detach yourself from the average African because you don't associate with them, because you really have nothing in common with them when you leave the westernized lifestyle. Now, the average African man uh, doesn't have a care about those type of amenities. They don't really care much about how their houses have to be looking nice and designed, you know, and they're just not into that. The Western lifestyle also takes a lot of upkeep. So you month after month you have to keep that level of lifestyle going. So you have to keep in putting in money, or you get a certain way your house is looking, and you decide that you need a vase over here. So you go out to the mall, you buy a nice vase that you were looking for. You put the paint pictures on the special pictures on the wall. Most of them are westernized pictures, and not African in nature. So I visited many brothers' homes. Well, not many. None of them had houses, but apartments. And it's just like basically going into America. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that, but you see, it's a mentality that you carry, or that they carry, that they have to maintain. Else they think they're going to fall somewhere to a poverty type of level. Because when you're having living in an expensive apartment and you just moved into Africa, you tend not to be able to imagine how the other people get along that don't have air conditioning uh, in their house. Now you go to walking around and you see some African, basic African homes, and they are not at all like America. So a lot of blacks tend to uh, move up to this kind of higher lifestyle and pay all this extra money every month, and uh, just to live uh, like that. Now, once again, I'm not saying one is better than the other. The Western lifestyle uh, has all of these issues as far as the amount of money you spend, and you do spend a lot more money. I've seen, and it's for what? But I have to be careful because I have chosen the African lifestyle. So I don't aspire on my side. Now this is just me. Now it could be another brother can live how they want to live and this like this, but I have decided a while back that I would live the African lifestyle, and that means that basic foods, what you buy, and where you shop. You know, the African lifestyle, they usually go every daily fresh fruits, daily fresh breads, and uh, they don't have refrigerators where they store food for months and like that. But the Western style, they must have a refrigerator, they must have a stove, oven, and like I said, this is expensive compared to the African way of lifestyle. Now, I don't have a refrigerator because we have someone to cook for the family, and they buy the food on a daily basis. That's the way the African lifestyle does. The African lifestyle is basically lives from lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or lunch and dinner, or breakfast and dinner. Usually two big meals a day. Uh, that they, like my wife decides that we're gonna have this type of food, and then they work out the details, and then they make the meal. And this is tends to be less expensive when you do it like that. So yeah, one of the real concerns I have when I see brothers like living in the Western lifestyle is that they just can't. They're not. They don't have African friends, and if they have African friends, they're like a sidekick. You know what I'm saying? They're like a sidekick. They don't have an African friend, or they might have an African person in their building, but they won't associate with them and befriend them. They'll be independent, but they will kind of get a African sidekick, if somebody they can send around, and come sit on my sofa. Let's watch a football match together. Okay, now it's time for you to go because I got this and that to do. And that tends to be the lifestyle. Now, I uh, don't really care for all the things that the Western lifestyle brought. I mean, I came to Africa to be an African. I didn't come here to be a Black American living in Africa. Okay. And when I started dealing with my African friends and seeing the conservative nature of them, it was like a no-brainer to me. What do I need that for? Who needs to buy? Why does somebody need to buy such and this kind of special thing? You know, and you start thinking like an African, and then you start being conservative. It doesn't mean that you're poor. It don't mean that you're suffering. It just means that you're conservative in your way that you do things. And unfortunately, a lot of blacks, because they stay at a high level away from the regular African, they never tend to get that close where they can sit down and see like, okay, this is my friend and he's an African and he's got more money than me. That's not going to happen. That's another problem with our people. So yeah, you're only going to have two basic lifestyles. You're only going to follow two. Now it's a mental issue, so you come here, you won't even realize that you're following a westernized lifestyle. I can't go to Kisumu unless I'm flying. I can't take that bus. I can't drive on a matatu. I gotta have a car. See, and that's not a problem. If that's how you feel, and you have that type of money, go. That's all the best. But a conservative African would just not even really care about the small inconvenience of public transportation, and doesn't have to worry about all the other issues of where to park the car, buying new tires, and all those other things that go with it. So, young Ten again, how are you, man? I see you. I see you. But we have to come to realize that when you're going to move to Africa, that you have to decide on what type of lifestyle you're going to live. And these are basically two lifestyles that you have. Now, living in an African lifestyle, I find that it's actually a little bit healthier, and you know, you don't have basic African like myself. Although we had the cable, it really wasn't helping with us, so we disconnected it, and we don't watch cable. But a westernized lifestyle, you got about 5 or 6 remotes on the table, where you got all the new DSTV, Netflix, this kind of other button for that. And that is something that you feel like you have to have, and that comes from living in America. And the basic African doesn't even have care for remote controls and such and things like that. So we have to watch out. So each one comes with a mentality, and you have to be there to realize that when you land here, how you're going to live. Living in comfort is important, but you need to uh, look at about the amount of money you're going to be spending, and try to get yourself in there where you're kind of half westernized, but you still got a little African there. You know, I mean, some of this thing. Let me drop this thing down. I see it's like this. Okay. Yeah, you need some of those comforts, but I don't think like if you live in an African lifestyle that you don't have. I mean, I got a lot of comfort at my house. Uh, you know, I, I wouldn't think that I needed to have a big giant sofa set. So, Emmanuel Mills, how are you, bro? How come there's a travel ban on Sudan, Nigeria? I'm not an expert on travel bans in Sudan. I didn't even know nothing about it. I don't watch the news. I don't listen to that bullshit that come out with all of the different stories that they make. I live a peaceful lifestyle. So whatever that is about that shit don't affect me. Fuck a ban in South Africa and Sudan got to do with me. So I don't know nothing about that. So Dangerous Dolly Kenyatta Todd here. Okay. Phil Ruto, here's a good one. Kenyan village life is the best. If you have a little money, it is paradise. Yeah, if you live, like if you see some of these guys that living in paradise on the beach, and they just have like their little hut and their bed, and then they can just walk outside into the beach, that kind of lifestyle. Well, the African lifestyle for modern Africans is basically like that, but it's when you're getting your hustle on, it just kind of conforms to that, where it doesn't have a lot of uh, amenities and things like that. So, but it's not something like you're in a torture chamber somewhere, or you're in a dirty village with chickens and ducks running everywhere. Well, I don't know. Yeah, we're having a trip, and we have a couple of setbacks, but we're going to iron them out on Friday. Uh, some people are having money issues, and we're trying to work it out uh, with them, because we want everybody to be able to go on the trip now that now that they're ready. And people are so excited, and you know, but anytime you're doing a trip, it's always these type of things that come up. But we're going to do a bit of report on everything on after Friday, and we'll be moving forward from there. You know. So that's what I wanted to talk about. When you land into a modern African country, you come here, you have your money, how you figure you're going to you spend that money, and you end up living the same lifestyle in America, away from uh, inside Kenya. And the first thing that happens is that you kind of detach yourself from the multitude of people that live an African life. There's the Western style lifestyle and the African lifestyle. You know, most black brothers, 90% of them, and come in here, they usually do the Western lifestyle. But uh, 90, I mean, 99% of the population live the African lifestyle. So more people live African lifestyle than live Western lifestyle. That's for sure. But you can't really put one down or put one over the other. So you have to watch out for that. When you're making your trip to come here, or making your plan to stay here, or you're already here, uh, should not look down on the African lifestyle, and should explore ways to save money, even if you feel like you got money coming in on a regular basis. But uh, it's nothing really wrong with the African lifestyle. But like I said, I just found myself like that. I came here. When I came here, I think like I was here 4 days. I bought a car like a fool, and I rented a 2-bedroom house like a fool in an estate like a fool. You know, when I look back at it, then back then I was just me being me. Okay, I'm here. I need a car. I got a nice house. So I rented a house that was nobody had ever lived there before. They just had brand new estate, Comara, Phase 3. Back in 97. So they had made that, to be like for people that wanted to have a Western lifestyle. They had like, we had to pay roads, and had your neighbors was here and there across the road from you, and everything was like that. Yeah, it was really nice. Now I go there today, it's Africanized all the way. Ain't nobody Africans that took that over. So them houses is like, you know, uh, I don't know how you can call it. I don't know how they did it, but then the houses like that. People just live there. Groups of families live this way or that way. Uh, yeah. So that is what I wanted to point out today. And when we got together the last time, we had no live chat, so we had to redo the show, and it was really unfortunate. I've been having some unfortunate things. Doing a show is not something that's just like easy. You know, I think most of you know my living room, my bedroom, my outside my house. You finding locations for shows are difficult, but you, you, you just got to make do and move forward. So yeah, I know you guys see me reaching for this paper. Oh, it's been taken. So I've been hearing a lot of reports that some people have been blocked off of YouTube, been taken down, content providers, or whole videos have been deleted because of content violations. And there again, it's like I had predicted from the very beginning that when you're trying to uh, give out information to the people, uh, the big brother's hand is always there trying to regulate. And so I had seen one content provider talking about, you can get me on PayPal, you can get me on Patreon, you can get me on Cash App, you can get me. I have all these different ways that you can pay out money to them. But 30% of that money still goes over to YouTube. And that is why I'm saying that for us, we follow this beautiful method, because even when you support the channel, that money stays in America. So you're supporting them, you send the money, the government takes the money, pays money to the county, county pays the police they pay the killers. So here we have worldremit.com. This is how you do it. Remember, for you guys for the first time to support the channel, make sure you use this name exactly the way it is, this way. Evalyne Awuor Amoni is my wife, as you don't know. Support the channel. And one of the beautiful things about this is that when you support the channel like this, what they don't, because some of you are looking at this like, what the hell is that? But I'm saying, like, when you support the channel this way, now the money that you send goes out of America and directly to Africa. It don't get split in by YouTube or covered by Patreon or all these other different kind of pay methods that people want to pay. Everywhere you pay out, the people that you think PayPal is gonna do your money for free. No, they gotta get their cut. You know, everybody gotta get their cut for transferring the money. But when we follow this procedure through worldremit.com, it's a one-time deal. I mean, it's very difficult the first time when you're signing up for it. But trust me, once you've done it the first time, you get an account, and it's just like you can send money anytime. And we need the support for the channel, so of course, that we can keep it going. But I think some of you guys have to digest what I have told you. When blacks come here, and we don't associate with each other. We don't hang in as groups. We are remain staunchly independent. Blacks coming into Kenya or any modern African country, we're very independent. In fact, that's what kind of drives us. How independent we can be. Uh, on our own. We can do the struggle. What? I can do the struggle, and I can appreciate that too because I was the same way. But we can tend to spend a lot of money unnecessarily because of things we didn't know, or because we're trying to impress somebody who is that person that we're trying to impress. So, the objective is to have a peaceful lifestyle and have peace of mind. And I find like the best way to have that without the stress of maintaining westernized lifestyle is to have basically the African lifestyle. So let me see what's on the chat line. We need an Africa too. Yeah, well, I don't know. The far majority of our people are still tied into the westernized programs. And you have to remember that the white man got so much extra money. He got money. He can make a YouTube himself, another one. Just for the fun of it. So you have to watch out for that. You have to come to realize that. Emmanuel Mills, I grew up, born and raised, grew up all my life in LA. So I was never living in any other city. Everything, when you live in Los Angeles back then, I don't know how it is now, but when you live back in Los Angeles back then, everywhere you go is a step down. You know what I'm saying? I lived in LA, I go to different towns, different cities, and I be like, nothing impressed me better than what LA had, So I never really had an interest of having to go live somewhere else. It was like a step down. And sometimes when you come, brothers that come to Africa, they come here and they feel like if they don't maintain the Western style, it's like a step down. Jay, who's not modern Africa? Modern Africa is just a distinction to show that we're not talking rural Africa. You don't see it here, but because I use the distinction of modern Africa, there's a lot of people that can't come up and trick us, and makes a very good distinction for. Oh wait a minute! Somebody has supported the channel already. Everything saying Moriba Santisana supported the channel. Thank you. You see how easy it is, especially once you have an account with worldremit.com. You can send money and I can give you a shout out right here, uh, right here on the show. And I do also want to give out a shout out to the other people who supported the channel. Um, uh, Ash Lorraine, of course, Doreen, Doreen Tate. Oh, somebody else. I can't see. There is Doreen Tate. Thank you, sir, for supporting the channel. We're going to keep it going. Doreen Tate is our #1 supporter. We just need like 5 more guys like him, and then I'll quit my job and we'll be doing this full time. So, uh, yeah, you can't get the kind of information I'm giving you. And some of you guys are looking at this information and you might see it as boring, especially when I'm telling you about the hustle. You can't really understand what I'm talking about. But once you get the concept, I'm telling you, you're going to really understand Africa for what it is. You know, it's very hard to explain something, especially a concept that nobody really, knows. So when you have to come out and you do a show on it and try to explain it, you lose a lot of people's attention and they don't grasp the information. But this is very important, especially with things that's going on in the U.S. A lot of people that are making an African plan. You have to really kind of look at what type of lifestyle you're going to live when you get here. If you're going to live the big money with lifestyle, then you're going to see the same situation where down the line you're going to come to realize you wasted a lot of money, like I did. I'm not telling you something that didn't happen to me. So yeah, sheesh. There was a time I had the biggest rented an apartment inside the most expensive apartment building in that area. Was where I was living at the top with my girlfriend. And I'm just spending money because I'm trying to show everybody how I'm the greatest. I wasn't thinking. I spent all that extra money going out like that, and it was like, man, how when I look back at it, I'm like, damn, how much money I wasted. Gosh, what we could have done, things we could have done, with that money, as opposed to, I don't know who the hell we was trying to impress. I don't know if we was trying to impress her mom, or if I was trying to do what is this? Another piece of wait a minute, let me go. Okay, Philemon K. Ruto. I appreciate that. You see, support for the show. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for that. Kanyata Todd, that's you today? Yes, okay, appreciate that. And Doreen Ted, of course, man, thank you. I appreciate the support. Oh, are you guys listening to me when I say if you only have 5 more people that support channel like that every time, then we'd be really booming. But yeah, I'm serious. If we can grow that channel like that, we can have a show. But I mean, I don't know where we would go. Would we go towards the camp thing, or what would be the big effort? Because eventually, the whole point is for you to come and settle in an African country, and then live a lifestyle that you're happy with, be it the Western style or be it the African style. It's upon you. But I'm here to tell you that the one Western style lifestyle costs 4 times more money to live like that than it would with the African style. So I see our brothers out there, and we come some of the time we get together, and I'll be like, they'll be like, what they want to talk about. So you know what they want to talk about? Uh, yeah, I got this new phone. I got the new Skylock super surround sound television. You know, you get into this materialistic concept that you had in America, and you know, it just doesn't really work here. You know what I mean? That's how I mean. I thought that we was trying to get away from that. You know what I mean? Where everybody lives like a socialist country. Everybody lives basically their own way. Now, you know, socialists, they tend to think like everybody got the exact same thing. No, Kenya is not like that, but it's definitely not a capitalistic society. You know, so you tend to be wasting a lot of money for that. Let me see what's out here. JB, you talk so much. Have you been to Kisumu? Yes, my wife is from Kisumu. When I had to pay for the diary and pay them cows, I had to go to Kisumu. That was the last time I was there. It was 2 years ago about. Is Kikuyu, and I had uh, my wife is a Kikuyu and had a retiring. What is, now you guys making me use my glasses. What word is that? Okay, you're gonna have to rewrite that one. You want to get away from racism, and this is another thing that brothers don't realize. Not well, brothers. When brothers get here, they come, they settle, they get the message. But for you guys that are outside, angry because America, this makes us angry. You know, somebody does something, we got to get the revenge. We got to, we got to retaliate, and that's the mental side of us. And we can't be. You want to get away from that. Of course, the first thing that's going to happen when you move to Africa is racism disappears. There's no white people, and it's a funny thing because how many of us spend our life having to walk around and look at white people, and then with one flight, you never have to see them again. In fact, every time you see a white person, it reminds you that you're a minority. Every time you see a white person, the mental strike comes in, you're a minority. Do you understand how you grew up with that all your life? And these motherfuckers is only 8% of the population in the world. That's a killer. So when you move over to Africa, you see like, damn, I've been living in this little American life corner where they got my fucking ass, and I didn't realize that I got a whole continent of people like me, and they had nothing to do with them. You see? That's why I say you gotta consider yourself an African, not no Black American. You just don't realize how they have us fooled and trapped. And then turn around and look at us like we're innocent, like they don't know nothing about anything. What did they do to us? It's not me. No. Meet a right person and tell them I'm moving to Africa. I'm tired of America. Just look at the expression on their face. You can leave. The white man in America, he can't leave. That mess that he created is his. It's not yours. You know, I ever saw this brother, black analyst on the news talking about he's an authority on the politics. So he's talking, the brother talking, oh, the Trump issue is like this, the Bernie issue is like that, the other issue is like, what that got to do with anything that for us, even if you're in America, what that got to do with your daily life? Ain't that gonna happen for you? You just be having your daily, go to work every day, you know? But they got to fill that space with something. If they're gonna make you a black American, they gotta fill it with sports and all entertainment and all of that. But at the same time, they don't have nothing for you. I have 10 years left in the US, then I will be in Mombasa with Amara Phil. I'm waiting for you. And you know, I'm getting like every day I would say I get about 5 phone calls. Like I just got a phone call from a private number. A young boy said, I'm in Philly. I live with relatives. I don't have money right now. You know, he's telling me the story. I'm getting these calls on a regular basis. I got another brother from Jamaica say he's coming here. He should be here tomorrow or the next day. You know. But since I've been doing this show, there's been a great many of you that have contacted me and said, I'm doing this. I really want to come. I really appreciate the show and everything like that. And, you know, I appreciate that. And there's really not much to say, except that I have over 1,500 followers. And when I do the analytics, like half of my followers are going to watch the show. You know, it's not like somebody that got 5 million subscribers and then like only 30,000 of them watch the show. That's a good poor percentage. But I see that there's something that people appreciate from what I'm saying. And like I said, I'm in a unique position. I have been here doing business and doing, you know, and living a life in Kenya for 22 years, and lived a fairly really middle income life in the U.S. Before that. Someone like me was never supposed to come here, but upon coming here, there's no really other choice. It was like a no-brainer. So that had to happen. Let me see a second. The whites will follow us. Why will follow us to Africa? Because they are obsessed with us. They know that they can't do without us. The whites can't follow you to Africa. They'd be assimilated too quick. And Kenyans don't like white people. I mean, nobody gonna tell you this but me. Okay, if a white person there ain't got no money, if you ain't got no money, then the Kenyan really don't have no interest in it. He's like a freak. We're gonna walk around with my white friend, what's this guy following me around for, because they don't have nothing in common. No, whites ain't gonna come. They gotta stay in America. I told you they stuck, but you're not stuck. You can leave. You got a whole continent waiting for you. It's just a matter of how you're gonna figure out how you're gonna live here once you get here. And I'm telling you, I did the video on the hustle concept. We're gonna keep on trying to get to you guys get the breakthrough I'm talking about. So yeah, we're gonna keep on doing that. What else is here? Kenya, I need an account. Phil in Kenya, I need an account. I think you're talking about bank account. Remember now, Kenya is a tourist destination. You got like 900. Uh, no, yeah, I don't. I can't say 1,000. It's only 900,000 visitors visit Kenya every year. So you don't think they come here from all different type of countries wondering, I need that, I got a problem with my credit card, or can I pay with American Express? Can all these things are there, and the system in Kenya uh, has is ready to accommodate them, and it accommodates them. It's no real issue that somebody that comes here with a problem they would have that you know because this is a tourist destination, they haven't seen the issue and know how to solve it. I've heard, okay, you've heard there's big money out on the docks and the shipyards. No, there's no big money in the shops and shipyards. No big money. Big money. I thought you talking about, because my concept of big money is a lot of big money, but okay, looking for jobs. It's not like in America. You're looking at American shipyard. Black people can't even get in these shipyards, you know, because they racism them out, giving preference to whites. What they did out in Philadelphia was horrible. You know, we have all this talent, and then they refuse to use it, or then if they do use it, they don't give us credit for it. If you are Black African, it's for you. Yeah, we just have to stop thinking of ourselves as Black Americans. It has no positive connotation whatsoever. Just visit the country first. You will see if you are in love. You visit the country once, I know you're gonna love it. So, I know that's the case. People come and ask me all the time. How is it? Is it like this? How is the weather? How is this and that? And I'll be like, come see. You'll see. You know, come see. You'll see what I'm talking about. I live in Mombasa, where this is the tropical, like a Miami, without the fucking hurricanes, without the tornadoes, without you know, road. Evacuations, all of that. They talk about Miami like it's all that great, but then they don't tell you about how messed up weather there. People die every time somebody dies out in Miami because of weather. They don't talk about that. They just try to portray it like they do on the movies. Bad boys, bad boys. Film on a rainy day or blizzard. No. But I think they had something like 25, 30 weather phenomenon blizzard issues in Miami every month. Not every month, but every year. So what about Kenyans who marry whites? They marry them for the money. Ain't no sensible, beautiful Kenyan woman gonna marry no broke ass white boy. Some of these white boys just got basic income. They live in here, and they find a Kenyan that's desperate enough to say, okay, he only got this amount of money, but this is stable, and that's what that's how they thinking. Oh no, that's not true. I love my guy. More power to you, but I know the truth. I know the truth. Some of you think I don't know, but I know. Like some of you brothers that's out in the United States right now running around trying to have two women. One woman may know about the other, or the other one not know about the other, but you sit there and you spend all this money to try to, I don't know, you're not impressing them, but make them comfortable. Is it comfortable? I don't know if that's the word I want to use, comfortable. But You just got it going on. You got your car, you got this, when you pick her up, take her to this movie theater that's not in the middle of town. It's like off to the side, or you guys go eat at some secret restaurant and like that. And you run around half the time. You're looking out one eye, hoping you don't get caught in public, and then the rest of the time you can't help yourself figuring out where you're gonna make your next plan to meet. I just said like 2 women is a waste of time. What is it for? I mean, you young guys, I understand how you got your testosterone and stuff, but what is that for? Why you waste all that money, time, and energy on this one chick, extra chick? You could be finding the perfect chick, one, and connect. Because you don't have, because if you try to talk about how I want to have 2 women, the whole purpose of a relationship is a business. That business is supposed to make money. Even if you're in a family, you got kids, you're raising your kids, supposedly, so that they can make good money at the end of the day to help take care of you. But if the next generation gonna be more poor than the next, you're gonna find your kids sitting on your floor, sleeping on your couch. And then that opportunity that we had back then is no longer available. Some of you feel me, you know what I'm talking about. I know some of you hate me when I talk like that, but that's the fact. Running around America, and now America getting ready to fall, and your job has to let you go, or one of your jobs has to let you go, and you don't have money to take the other chick out. How fast is that relationship going to die? How long is that relationship going to last? Tell me that shit ain't about the money. It's just that you putting money out instead of figuring out a way for that relationship to make money. If I had another woman on the side, I'd be like, let's start a business. And you ain't want to start no business, then I ain't here to have sex with you and just be running around making me spend my money on your food. No. So for you young guys, I'm just trying to give you the extra little bit of advice on what's happening out there. We've lost the sense of family completely now. So like this generation that's running up here now, they didn't even know nothing about what having a father in the home is about. And I'm telling you, it's a wonderful thing to have a father. When I come home, my kids are up or whatever they're playing, and then I go to my bedroom and sit around. You can listen, and my kids are just happy and giddy. Mom comes home, and the kids are just mom, dad, mom, dad. This is what happened to me. You see, because they have that structure of a mom and a dad. I'm sorry to say that, in America today, most of us don't understand that. But it's a lacking that you feel every once in a while. And it was taken from me. When I can look back at the situation between my mom and dad, and as I grow older and look at the situation, and then I'm like, when I came to Africa, I was like, I want to have a family. I want to have kids, raise them myself. They know me as dad. You see? And I mean, I can go to my bedroom and listen outside, and they just happy-go-lucky. They ain't got care in the world now. They don't know that dad is the one that got the light bill, the lights on so they can see. They don't know that part, They don't know the food on the table come from dad. They don't know. They don't understand that. Man, they don't understand that. Go to school, they're not turned away because dad is the one paying for the school. And that is driving me. You keep that family, keep them happy like that. Because I didn't get that. I wasn't given that. So here I have an opportunity to do it, to see what was the big deal. Is it really that difficult to have a family? It ain't even that hard. The older the kids get, the easier it becomes. You know, and they funny as hell. They can crack some good jokes. You know what I mean? They can make some funny stories. But you know, many of us in America today, that was robbed from us, taken. I don't even want to say it any other way. You'd be thinking like, oh, my dad and my mom had an argument. They this like they didn't have no fucking argument. Ain't no money in America. Black wealth is way down. So the black man is sitting there trying to, you know, flip, make 50 cents out of 25 cents. You know? So shouldn't be like that. And the only reason why it's like that is because we believe we're black Americans, and that little old small spot in America that is not us. You know, when I see my kids happy and I know they gotta go to school and school fees gotta be paid, it make me hustle. You know? Where we get them school fee money from? Let me find that way, you know, buy some, get some money for food, you know. Yeah, makes me hustle. Got to understand that concept. So anyway, I want to put that. Let me put that in the chat too about the website. Some of you don't know the website. Oh, there are a lot of people watching in the chat. Wow. I mean, yeah, watching the show. Wow, thank you guys for being here. I'll put the very simple. This comes from your support. We have a website because I took some the money that you guys supported the channel with and bought a website in Africa. So they didn't even they didn't even have to spend no money on having to go to no American Western uh, you know, web hosting company to create the website. And everything's done here right here in Africa. So support the channel. Some of you guys are coming in late and seeing this channel and you're saying, let me not support this brother because I have already seen the show and it's not live anymore. But don't do that. Now that you're watching the show and you see me hold this sign you love to hate, take the time and send some money to Africa. You know? You don't like the way America's treating you. You want to hurt America. The only way you hurt America is when you take money out of America and you take it out. You know, black people have 6-7 trillion they have every day, but you take like only a few dollars and then send it out of America. Because you know that how Dr. Claude Anderson said the money goes around once and then it's out. You're supposed to circulate 4 and 5 times within the black community, but there's no more black community. So what the fuck you gonna do? You see, better to send that money to Africa. Better to send the money to Africa because it makes Africa stronger. You know, it makes Africa stronger, stronger than you know, because America still got that hyped up exchange rate. Makes it more than you know. So you know, when you get a chance, support the channel, and your money goes right out of America into Africa. They're gonna change. They're gonna fight us on this. Watch, one day it's gonna come up and nothing. World Remit gonna refuse all money, saying that you can't put this online and then ask for money online. That goes against our new policy. It goes against the new policy because they can't figure out how to get that money. They can't allow that money to keep coming out of the country. Hmm? So I appreciate you guys, doing the WellRemit.com support. I really do. And I wanted to thank again, thank you guys that support the channel. Let me go back and see. Philemon Ruto, I really appreciate. Kenyatta Todd, you're a regular supporter. I thank you for that. Lorraine Tate, Moriba, of course, you just be throwing out money, man. I don't know where you get all that lunch money, but do that. Ooh, let me see if I can go back to some of the older. Ooh, you've been not here. Ah. Yes, Brian O'Galley. Thank you for the support for last week. Yes. You're out there somewhere. Daniel, okay, thank you for the support. That's a while back. But yeah, for those people that don't really know me, I have been working under the radar for a long time. I know how to work under the under the radar. You know, it's not something that you just all of a sudden do all of a sudden. You got to figure it out and look at the future, how it would go. You know, so yeah, you have to look at that. And I've been long enough to see the signs of what can work and what can't work. I like to save money. I remember my grandmother taught me that when I was little. Well, saving money really don't help anything. It's how you use that money. You see, you're saving it to do what? Your money should be working for you. Now I'm talking economics. The money should be working for you, and so it can't work for you if it's sitting in somebody's bank vault or a bank account. No, put that money in the bank account and then say, now how can I use that $3,000 to make money for me? How can it? If I take 1,000 of that dollars, what could I do with it that will benefit me in the future some kind of way? Wonderful thinking, you know. And I'm sure you're gonna figure it out and come up with a great idea. It don't have to make for you money right now, but it should be on the way to make you money. Hmm? Oh, you gave up on dating? Yeah, man. Be careful. Them women is dangerous out there. Some of them. Some of them very dangerous. Not all of them. No, no, no. Not like Evalyne. No, she's not dangerous. Ashley, no, she's not dangerous. But some of the other ones, woo, you have to be very careful. So we've been over an hour as usual. You guys are not really hot on the chat today. I don't know why you guys, maybe you miss me. I like have to save money. My grandmother taught me, I don't know if she told you to keep your money in a jar or what, but that's not how you do it, bro. Get you a place in Africa and then start to make that move once you here, you know. Imagine me, I'm here in Africa, and I'm watching television, and I'm like, looking at the news, and I'm like, American news, and I'm like, none of that shit has anything to do with me. The politics that had nothing to do with me. Even if I was in America, it still had nothing to do with me. So yeah, just look at it and see, like, what am I supposed to be doing here? America is a very dangerous place. How many actresses and actors die in car accidents. You know, can you imagine how many people die in car accidents on a regular basis? Now you see in Kenya, the roads are not like that, so you don't get that. Another thing. I mean, I know some of you are out there. You had a relative or somebody close that was either injured in, in an automobile accident or even killed in an accident. You know, these things are real. Until it happens to you, that's when you kind of realize it. You know, so yeah. So let me look at this chat line one more time. Um, I save an account. My plan is to go to community college for IT and okay. Listen now, I'm an IT expert. Since 1976, I've been working in computers. I done learned so many programs and that I forgot more programs than I learned. I mean, you know, I was there when it was Windows 3.5 or 3.1. You know, I grew up on all of that. I've seen like my son here. You know, I'm mentoring my son and give him this project to do. And then later on, I found out he's using he's on the internet finding out other ways to try to make another program that can work this program. And he's just being sidetracked. And it's my job to remind him, don't get sidetracked. Stay focused on what you're supposed to be doing. So you go to school for community college because you're in IT, and you go to the first day in class and you sit in there, okay, now they're going to teach me all about IT. They're obsolete. I was into computers and I went to LA Community College in 1976, and they had an old chunker computer with the computer board you pull out and do all these things, max and wires, and then I don't even know if they had the printout because I never saw no printout. It's just like you do it right and everything is okay. You know, it's gonna reject it. You know. And I thought, you know, at the time, I thought I was learning something. You know, I didn't know no difference. But then I went to the Urban League and I was accepted in the Urban League program. And they had Bank of America and IBM. And IBM had the latest version, computer version. It was like Star Wars ahead of what I was learning at City College. You see, you can't really learn IT. It's not about learning IT. I'm giving you guys such great information. It's not about IT. You can learn that shit on your own better than you can learn in community college. The fact of the matter is, you got to keep your eye on the ball. Damn, this is good information. The key is how do I use the computer? This is the case. How do I use the computer to make me money? Because if you go have a computer, I mean, I see these guys, they got these like $1,000, $2,000 laptops, and they're looking at it and they playing games, and you know, because they don't have no concept of how to use the computer to make money. I don't know if I roll the camera over here and let you see this little black box here. Shit, you know how much money I make off this little black box? Sheesh. You know? It's got a program over here for this. It's got this problem. Then there's social media too. Oh, you got to keep that going. Oh, man. That's when you're talking big money. When you can use the computer to make yourself money. Now you don't need to have no instructor teaching you. Okay, this is the power supply. This is the hard drive. Yeah, you know. This is Word. This is Excel. Some people can learn Excel and don't know how to use it to make money. For me, the greatest program that ever was invented by Word by Microsoft. The greatest program ever invented was PowerPoint. PowerPoint can do everything Word can do, and basically get everything that the basic things that Excel can do. And it can do presentations, which can make you money. So if you want my advice, damn. If you want my advice, learn PowerPoint. Master it. And then while you're mastering it, saying, what can I do to make money? Say some Chinese man come up to you and say, can you do me this thing and do like this and like this? Like, yeah. And then you take that. You need a presentation, 14 slides. 14 slides is way too many. So you always use like 6, 7 slides. And 6 slides, and then give me a presentation. And if we like your presentation, we'll pay for this product of yours. Okay, boom. Somebody say, well, what's good about the product you're selling? Show me in the presentation, And then uneducated people make a presentation with 50 slides. People sleep by the time you get past the 6th slide. If you can't get your point across in 6 slides, there's something wrong. So I'm explaining it to you where your community teacher instructor is never going to be able to explain it to you because he ain't never lived in the real world, worked in the real world, make big money. You see? I'm getting off the point here, but trust me, you get those skills sharp and you bring them to Africa, you'll make money. Because half of the population don't have, more than 90% of the population don't have no clue about PowerPoint. 95, not 99%. So you go to this shop and they're selling death card. I don't know how I'm saying death card, but when somebody dies, somebody make a nice card about the person, so when they have at the funeral, they pass around, everybody can get this card about the person and say it's information about the dead person on the card. So PowerPoint, they give you, this is what happened to me. So they gave me the thing, and I looked at it because they had a standard. Kansas is very conservative. So they gave me this card and this other card, and they just copy from this card. So every card from dead people looked the same. So I was like, damn. So I saw one card with a guy, and he had a picture of him. So I snapped a picture of the guy, and then on his little death card thingy, I put his picture, and then I was able to put the information. I used different type of fonts, made it really like nice. You see? So I didn't go to the funeral, but I'm sure people were looking at the card like, oh, this is very nice. Oh, there he is. Sick. But I got the reason why I know it worked because the next day or two, the owner of the shop was coming to me telling me, people was really liking that paper thing you did. And then she was getting customers in. There was a funeral 2 months back, and it had a card. They said the card came from here, So I was able to show all kind of ways you can design things. I didn't work for money, but I worked so that I could use I don't know if they had internet or international phones or whatever, But eventually they started paying me, because they seen they was giving me too many of them jobs, and that was the hustle. You see, I found a niche. I could grew from that to something else, That's African life. And it's wide open inside there. When you crack into the African life in the IT area, it's wide open. So don't let me tell you any lie. There's no lie that I give you, but this is the reality of it. So anyway, let me look at this line before we. Yeah, that's true. Everybody's just saying that's true. but there's ways to do things. Okay. Okay. So you guys are just absorbing what I say? Huh? Hello? Are you guys out there? If you're out there, I'm gonna do like Boyce Watkins and see how this thing works. If you're in the chat line, uh, type the letter Y. Let's see how this works. Am I out here by myself? Only one person. Okay, see you guys. Anyway, okay. Wow. You guys are listening to me. Oh, I thought I'm here talking to myself. Thank you guys. Mercy, Jeffrey. Dangerous. Oh, wow. Sheesh. That's nice. Appreciate. Okay, you out there. Okay. Oh, wow, that thing really works, huh? I can do like a survey, you know? So, yeah. So, I see you guys appreciate the information. That really inspires me today. So that really the next time we're going to do a really another great show. And you guys are sending me different topics to do. Okay, Mills. Topics and ideas. But I just want you to just realize the information I'm giving you may be over some of you guys' head, but I'm telling you that when you come into Africa, one day or every day you come, please remember there's only two ways you can live: the African basic lifestyle or the modern lifestyle. And the modern lifestyle costs 4 times as much money every month to live that lifestyle than it does to live the basically African lifestyle. Yes. Thank you guys. So until we meet again, this is Grandmaster Amin Ra coming to you live from Mombasa, Kenya. Until we meet again, we're going to sign out, and I'm saying everyone, peace.